Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Fall. Hello fall. Hello fall. Yes, I have changed up my decorations, and because it is September 1st of when I'm filming this, and I have decided for me officially it is fall. Granted, the weather does not give me that, but my attitude does, so that's what's important. So for today's video, well, before that, let's backtrack a little bit. How are you guys doing? I hope you're finding yourselves well and, you know, just safe and sound and healthy, I hope. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my project pan update, and it's a little sad and a little exciting. So before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button at the end. Please let me know if you are liking the videos that I'm doing, or have liked the videos that I've recorded. If not, what do you want to see from me? You know, I want to make what you guys like, and also what inspires me, you know, what I'm inspired by to film and to edit, because editing is a process all on its own. Okay, and also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, guys. I have created a page for it and trying to post a little bit on it, a little bit at a time. And yeah, maybe some looks on there will go up, and just to kind of split little looks on there, something on here. Yeah, so with that, let's go ahead and get into my update. So in the order of complexion, I'm going to start with setting sprays first. Usually that's what I start with, and I actually have a very exciting update. On this one, you guys saw that I started here and now it's here, so I'm almost done with this. I actually stopped using this one so I could use the MAC update, the Fix Plus, but I think if I use it steadily, I think I can use this within the next update, even maybe within the next month if I use this steadily, which I will put myself to that task of using it steadily. Yeah, it's actually one of my favorite sprays, to be honest, but sadly no longer cruelty free. And then my next update is for the Fix Plus. Since I fixated more on the Wet n Wild one rather than the Fix Plus, I don't have as much progress on here as I do on that one. But as I finish this one and start with this one, I think this one hopefully will be an end of the year empty product. That is what I'm hoping for, because I do have about a little less than half at this point. So because it is a very fine mist, you don't need as much, because your face does get doused in enough to where you don't need to keep going, even though it does feel good, but you don't need to keep going with, you know what I mean? Yes. Okay, these products are going to be the primers, and my first up is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. And as you can see, I have been going in on this puppy. I have very little left, about maybe a quarter left on there, and this should be also an end of the year empty product. That is what I'm shooting for. Yeah, because then it'll be one update. I don't think I'll finish it by the next update. I'll be very, very close by the next update. At least I'm hoping, but definitely an end of the year empty product. Then we have the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and this one I have been making some headway also. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. It's really hard to like mark on here like the progress. However, hopefully you will be able to see how much more is indented in the middle compared to the other months. Hopefully you'll be able to see the progress. I feel it, so I know that I'm making progress, and I have been using it a lot more consistently than I was at the beginning of the year. To be honest, I don't really like, I don't like it any more than I did. Like, it hasn't changed my viewpoint on it to where I think it's an amazing primer. It's an okay primer to me. It's definitely not worth $36 for the full size. And this is the travel size, if you want to call it mini size, and I wouldn't purchase, I don't think I would purchase this again, to be honest. Ooh, powder. You guys, I finished it. It is an empty product. You can see me through it. It is empty. I mean, of course, probably still has some remnants in there, but it is empty, empty, empty. Look at that. Oh, it feels so good to finally be done with this powder. It's like, I just finished it. I still had some left, but I finished it on the last time that I used it. I just like, you know what, I'm gonna go in and bam. Maybe I shouldn't have done that just because it did make my face a little cakey, my makeup. However, I was okay with that. I was not like whatever, I already used it at that point and whatever. But I finished it, and that is the point. It took me almost 3 years to finish this powder, and I have so many powders, and I realized I need to stop my powder buying. I need to finish up the powders that I have because eventually they do go bad. And on that note, the next product that is coming in will be another powder. And this powder, I have a couple of powders that are older than this, but the reason that I want to pull this powder in is because it has water. I think it's like 50% water. So I've heard that after so much time, it actually doesn't feel as it used to. So this is not I don't think this is even a year old, so I really want to get this done. Maybe not with the next, not by the end of the year, won't be done, but if I can get half of it, my goal for this will be to be done with half of this powder. So right now, let me set it so you guys can see. It's about right here. So I'm gonna mark it right now, since we can see. Well, let's make sure. Actually, and there's gonna be some powder on the inside, so it's never quite 100% accurate, but let's say we start about there. So I want to hit halfway around here. Oh, excuse me, halfway around here for the end of the year. Hopefully that happens. We shall see. So next up is foundation, and you guys know that I have the Wet n Wild, what is it, stick foundation. Honestly, I've just recently started using this since I put it into the project pan, so it pretty much looks the same as the last time you saw it, so there's no update to this. However, I feel like because I did put it in the project pan, it does give me a little bit more freedom to use it now, whereas before when I had it and I wasn't really using it, like I didn't really use it because it was like if I was going to film a video, then I couldn't put it on my list. You know what I mean? Like I didn't feel comfortable using it on camera. But now that it's in my project pan, I have a excuse to use it. You could call it that. But definitely going to get more use out of it, especially because to me the way I would use that foundation stick is I would use it for like on the go, like if I need to get ready really quick, swipe it on super quick, blend it out, I'd be done in like under a minute. And that's the reason that I loved using it. But now that I started going to school again, I have a reason to really put makeup on. Like I'm actually going out of the house, even though I'm not really going out like that, but still, you know what I mean. It's my go-to fast foundation. Next up is my concealer, and this is the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. Honestly, I don't think I'm probably gonna have to declutter this just by the end of the year, just because it is so old. But I will keep using it until then. Would I repurchase this? I don't think so. I might change my mind, as I keep going. I stopped using it because it is so full coverage, and I just use a little bit because you don't need a lot, and then if you use too much, it starts to get cakey. And especially for my more no makeup days, or just very light complexion days, I would use like this is how much I would use. Let me show you. That's literally how much I use on one eye. So then when I blend it out, like you see how full coverage this is, and if you don't blend it out properly, it's gonna look cakey really fast. And that's literally all you need or less for an eye. At least for me, I feel like I don't need much more than this. And how am I gonna finish this? This is a lot of concealer to use for that little bit, but I will try my hardest. And it teaches me that makeup products expire, as we already know, and I don't use them as much. I don't like cake it on. I don't use it as much. I probably use eyeshadows more than I do complexion products, like as far as the amount goes. So I definitely need to like put a stop to what I'm buying and just slow it down. And okay, so I've decided something for this blush. I decided that I'm going to declutter it because I don't use this blush. I think it looks the same as I used it last time. I really do like this formula. I feel like this could be almost like the Bounce and Blur, except without that technology of blurring out your skin or your pores. Or your skin, same thing. But I do really enjoy the formula. However, I don't like this color, and no matter how much I think I'm going to use it, every update that I do, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to use it. oh, I'll combine it with other things. Oh, I'll use it in different ways. I don't. I look at it and I'm like, I don't like this color. I don't want to use it. I put it down and pick something else up. I know what colors I like for blushes. I like peachy tones, even a little bit more orange. Mauves, like true mauves, that's what I like. Dusty roses around there, but I don't really like pinks. Like this is a very pink color, and it's just looks beautiful in the pan, but on me, I just, because I do have a not like super redness, but sometimes my cheeks do really get really flushed, so I learned that pink doesn't really work for me. I don't like the way it looks because I look even more flushed, and then it looks just super red all over. I feel like when I use the peachy shade or peachy blush or nude blushes, that tones down the redness for me, but pink amplifies it, which is why I've been trying to stay away from pink. The only time I use pink blushes is in the winter time when you want to get that cold wind look, or cold, you coming inside from the cold wind, cold weather look, very flushed cheeks. That's the only time I really use pink blush, but I'm not reaching for it. I feel like someone else can get a good use out of this, especially because it's still really good. The formula hasn't changed and there's still so much product on this, and I'm just going to go ahead and declutter it. I don't want to keep using this, something that I'm not going to use, or keep telling myself that I'm going to reach for it when I don't, and I haven't. I probably have reached for this product maybe 5 times in the entire year. That's something that I don't need. So with that mentality, I'm going to go through my collection again before the end of the year, and anything that I haven't used, it needs to go. Because if I don't use it and I'm not bringing it to my forefront, I don't love it. Ultimately, I don't love it. I'm just being selfish and just keeping it just to keep it. But makeup doesn't look just pretty sitting there. It's meant for the face. It's taking me a while, like I know that, but it's taking me a while to reconcile with that, just because I want to keep everything, you know. But yeah, so the product that I'm going to be replacing it with is the Burt's Bees blush, and this is Toasted Cinnamon. This is a blush that I use so much when I first received it. When I first bought it and I received it. When I first bought it, I mean, I love this formula. I love this color. I love this blush. So I'm excited to have something that I really enjoy and that I know that I'm gonna constantly reach for, because I love this color. This is the kind of colors that I go for my blushes, and I'm just so excited to have that in my project pan. My eyeshadow, and it is broken, and this is Waddles from ColourPop. It's a Super Shock shadow, and as much as I've been able to try to repress this stuff, it doesn't repress. So that's what it looks like with those 2 little broken pieces right there. But I'm getting used to out of this. Anytime that I don't know what to do, or if I just want to like eyeshadow look, I just grab it, you know, blend it all over my eyelid. Sometimes I put something extra on top, or sometimes I just go with this and out the door. This is my go-to. Don't know what else to put, or just sometimes to put a little extra or as a base. This works really well for me. So I really have been enjoying it, and it hasn't dried out yet. I don't know how it will be at the end of the year and how we will do. The last 2 items are going to be the lip products, which, again, no progress since the last time. Mostly because, you know, no one has been really wearing lips unless you're at home. And it's still the same. Probably will still be the same as the end of the year comes, just because we're not really wearing lips right now. Like, if I do go out, I go to work, I wear a mask. I go to school, wear a mask. The only time I'm able to actually wear lips outside the house is when I go on dates. Then the other shade is Lolita. Again, no progress. It's still the same, but hopefully since fall is here, maybe I'll be able to get more use out of them, be able to wear them. Hopefully we will see what happens with that. But with that update, it concludes my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick update. At least I hope it was, once I get to edit it. But yeah, if you have any suggestions on how maybe I can use these products in a different way so I can get more use out of them, leave me suggestions down below in the comments, or any other comments that you have. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.